Hello and welcome to the second 2D UNOMi animation lip sync software demo, where I am going to show you how to animate with two characters or multiple characters in your scene. To start with, I am going to open an existing project. And if you recall last time, we actually started from scratch by creating a new project. This is how we open an existing project. Select open. Select one of our existing UNOMi project files, and there we have it. To add an additional character to our animation, there are a couple of things we need to do. First of all, I'm going to add the still for our second character. To do that, I am going to go File, Import Files, and I'm going to add the second still. She's now in our library. You can preview her here and drag and drop her into our composition, just like we did in the previous video. I've just quickly resized her, jump back into the pose library window, and now I'm going to add her poses. To do this, in our asset library window, you'll see down the bottom here we have 4 different icons. We have our add composition, our add poses, a new folder, and delete buttons. I don't want to create a new composition because our two characters are in the same composition in this animation, but I am going to add poses. This creates a new pose card library, which the software will be referencing when it creates the lip synced animation. I'm going to quickly delete this second composition. We don't need that one. But I'm going to select the pose library and I'm going to import my character's mouth poses. Another way to import these mouth poses, which isn't importing directly to the asset library, but importing directly to our pose cards, is to jump into our file explorer, select those mouth poses using a naming convention which prioritizes the order of the cards, 1, O, 2, AEI, 3, E. So O, the mouth shape, is the first card. I've titled it 1, and it will import into the first mouth card within the software. I'll select those, drag and drop, and they've all imported correctly. What's happening now though is that we have this pose library sitting here, and it hasn't actually been applied to any composition yet. What I'm going to do is select my main composition, which has both my characters in place. I'm going to scroll down, drag and drop my second pose library into that main composition. And now my pose library is a part of this scene. There are a few things I need to fix up to make sure it's all organized and able to animate the lip sync correctly. The first of which is to add a second group for my second character. Character 2. I'm going to move this second pose library into that group. So now we have our first character with his own pose library and his audio, which has already been lip synced to. And we have our second character with her pose library corresponding to her character. I'm going to quickly adjust where her mouth poses sit. And now what I'm going to do is import her audio and her script. I'll minimize his character. And now what we see in our timeline is the second character's audio and script. We'll drag and drop her audio and her script. I'm also going to move where her audio starts so it doesn't overlay our other characters. And now I am going to start the lip syncing process. Up here, we lip sync to audio. And it's done. Let's have a look at what we've got. I'm going to move the playhead and let's go. So what do you think of it? Is it good or bad? Yep, I've decided. Strawberry is my favorite flavor. And like in the first demo, you can zoom in on your timeline and adjust these keyframes if you feel like something isn't quite working in timing. You can also add in an extra frame if you think that a section actually could use a mouth shape. You just drag and drop the mouth pose you want, bring it into your keyframe timeline, and you see this little white cursor? That will show you if you're placing your mouth shape. That's highlighted, so I can delete it by right mouse clicking. And there you have it. 2 characters animated talking in a scene together. To export this, we just hit Q, which is right next to our sync button. That will jump us into the render queue menu. We can duplicate this render, delete it, turn the sound on and off for the render, jump into our render settings, change the resolution, the frames per second, constant quality factor, and the speed preset. We can also change our output settings, change the name for our file so when it's exported we know how to find it. Change the format and change the path as well. Turn on or off the transparent background. And now all we have to do is hit render. And there we have it. I'll jump into our render file. So what do you think of it? Is it good or bad? Yep, I've decided. Strawberry is my favorite flavor. And this is using the free software. That's where you see that watermark. Thank you for watching and enjoy lip syncing all of the animation you desire.